From the get-go, Forward makes it clear they're positioning themselves as something more than just a clothing line. They call their work a movement of wearable art for the resilient. So they are explicitly anchoring their product in values like mindfulness. They're selling a tool for focus, not just fabric.
And that tool is designed to solve a very specific problem. It's a real drag on performance. They call it the nothing-to-wear friction.
Now, for most of us, that phrase just means a messy closet or maybe too many options.
Yeah.
But the sources define this friction as a deep lack of functional excellence.
It's all about cognitive drain. The brand identifies decision fatigue, that sort of low-level, continuous burnout from making all these little choices, as a silent performance killer.
A style and performance killer.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, when you're getting ready, the last thing you need is to waste your mental bandwidth on, visual algebra. They're solving the daily chaos that just undermines your focus.
So if the friction is the problem, the solution has to be systematic.
It has to be.
Our job today, then, is to unpack this whole idea of an architectural foundation for your wardrobe.
Yeah.
We need to see the proprietary systems Forward uses to eliminate this chaos and, free up that mental energy that really drives performance. We're basically looking at how they've engineered coherence, efficiency, directly into the textile and the color palette itself. It's an approach that's really based on the belief that peak performance starts with streamlined preparation.
Okay, so let's jump right into that central solution. The sources point to this two-part proprietary system. So let's start with the high logic colorways. How does a color palette become a performance tool?
Well, high logic is really a design discipline. It dictates that their palettes are built on harmony and calibration. It fundamentally rejects the volatility of fleeting fashion trends. It's not about monochromatic uniformity. You should think of high logic more like a highly curated operating system.
Okay.
You might have 10 different programs running, but they all speak the same language. So if you grab a jogger and pair it with a desert sage tea, with absolute zero stress certainty that the undertones and the saturations are calibrated.
It's actually a tactical advantage.
It is. The system handles the low-level maintenance, so the wearer can immediately focus on the high-level priorities of their day.
It reinforces the high achiever's focus by minimizing that unnecessary cognitive load.
It's a structural freedom to just engage with your purpose immediately.
All right, let's shift to the physical architecture of the clothes themselves. So we're talking about inherent features, like wrinkle resistance and shape retention, not just softness.
Your foundation needs to move with you and then instantly recover its shape.
They're built for the long haul.
For long-term consistency, yeah.
And the brand is really clear that these are not disposable basics, which speaks directly to the value system of their target customer who sees quality as an investment, not just a quick purchase.
Totally. They want pieces to last. It aligns with a sustainable mindset, avoiding that constant churn.
That investment mindset is central.
They're emphasizing ethical production and structural consistency.
It all has to align with our own internal standard of excellence. Specifically, this concept they call visual lyrical flow.
It's described as a hybrid interpretation of form and artistry. You can see it very clearly in something like the Soul Keys collection. It's a synthesis. They blend this deep respect for traditional, often symbolic elements with a very refined, contemporary aesthetic.
So it's intentional art, but it's not loud. It's subtle. What's the psychological goal of that flow in the design?
The intention is deeply psychological. By creating this illusion of subtle, dynamic motion, the design acts as a continuous, almost subconscious reminder to the wearer to stay fluid, to stay centered and adaptable in a chaotic world.
Be the eye of the storm.
The clothing is meant to reinforce a mindset of balanced resilience.
That level of intentionality really shifts the conversation entirely onto the customer, doesn't it? If they're designing for a mindset, who is the standard of distinction?
Well, the brand is really emphatic about this.
But the standards themselves, the design quality, the material integrity, they're informed by the needs of the most discerning and resilient individuals.
Exactly. These are the people who have, and I'm quoting here, earned their peace through strength.
I see. So this customer values distinction over fleeting trends.
Yes. They're looking for clothing that aligns with their foundational values, like resilience, purpose, and integrity. The apparel isn't about fitting in. It's about making a silent, confident statement about internal alignment.
A partner in style.
A partner in style for those who refuse to compromise on quality or integrity. That's a great way to put it.
This brings us to what might be the most philosophical part of the brand, and it's hidden right in their name. The deliberate use of the lowercase f philosophy in Forward fashion apparel. Why the lowercase f? It feels like a subtle critique.
It is. It's absolutely a commentary on the broader industry. The brand is essentially stating that the industry, that lowercase f, is often seen as superficial, as transient, and frankly, in need of redemption.
It's acknowledging the hollow nature that's sometimes associated with the word fashion itself.
Exactly.
So if they see the industry as needing redemption, where does that redemption come from?
It comes from the wearer.
Oh, interesting.
The philosophy states that the individuals who wear the gear, this resilient community defined by purpose and conscious choices, they are the agents of change. By wearing the gear with purpose, they transform that small, superficial F into an uppercase F.
Significance.
Significance. The wearer elevates the garment. They make their consumption choice fashion-forward thinking.
That is a truly empowering narrative. It takes the focus off the garment as the end-all be-all and makes it a channel for the wearer's purpose and integrity. The significance comes from the person.
And that transformation, that whole philosophy of purpose, is the anchor for their entire lifestyle standard. And it's all summarized in their core mantra: be alive, be healthy, mindfulness looks good.
That mantra is basically the North Star for them. It guides every decision, every fabric choice, every design they produce.
The sources really confirm this, that philosophy guides every thread. It's about building a sense of collective strength and inspiring personal transformation. It defines the brand not just as a clothing company, but as a celebration of conscious living and ethical creation.
So when they talk about quality, they mean holistic quality.
Exactly.
And we see that holistic definition of significance extending beyond the garment, too. The sources point out that a portion of their resources is dedicated to empowering communities. They contribute to initiatives that reflect the social change they champion.
So their uppercase F for significance is clearly about performance, quality, and measurable impact. The strategy is just brilliantly consistent.
Solve the chaos for the high achiever so they can maximize their focus.
And then ensure the product and the philosophy align perfectly with their internal mandate for purpose and integrity.
Okay, let's synthesize this for everyone listening. What is the core takeaway here regarding the unique strategy of forward fashion apparel?
Well, I think the synthesis is that Forward is strategically engineered to build partnerships and style for the high achiever who just refuses to compromise on function or form.
By using these proprietary systems.
Right. High logic colorway for the structural foundation you need to effortlessly find your flow, maintain your focus, and wear your purpose. They eliminate a source of cognitive drain so you can elevate your performance.
So if you're someone who operates at a high standard, who recognizes that freeing up mental bandwidth is essential for peak performance, well, the architectural integrity they've created is really compelling. It's designed to solve that daily chaos.
Find your flow, solve the chaos, wear your purpose.
And if you want to experience how those high logic colorways can simplify your routine and let you find your flow immediately, you really need to explore these collections for yourself. Successfully engineered with integrity to actively eliminate decision fatigue and reinforce a mindset of resilience, organization systems benefit from applying that exact same high-level focus on eliminating friction and unnecessary choice.